Namaste, friends. My name is Amit Garg. Welcome to my channel, VedicAstrology.com. We're talking about the month of February. A lot going on in the month of February. And as always, we'll discuss all the 12 rising signs. Before that, let me just share. So we have lots of courses available for you. There's beginner's course, there's advanced course coming up. These are all live courses starting in the month of February. And there's also Panchang and Muhurta course. If you're interested, highly recommend joining. And also, if you want a deep dive in your chart, you can book a consultation at VedicAstrology.com. So Aries rising, the month of February brings a lot of changes. Of course, the sun changes signs every month. Mercury will be very fast. It'll be go zip through the sign of Aquarius. I will talk about that. Venus has been in Pisces. It's an extraordinarily long transit in Pisces. We'll discuss that. And more importantly, Mars is turning direct and Jupiter is turning direct. So that will bring more stabilizing energy for all of the rising signs, but in different areas of life. And Saturn continues to be in Aquarius, very strong, powerful Mula Trikona sign. And Rahu Ketu are going to be in Pisces and Virgo as well. So first of all, Sun and Mercury are in your 10th house for the first few days for say 10 days actually, both of them together. After February 10th, Mercury will go over to Aquarius and Sun on 12th of February, Sun will enter Aquarius. So first 10 days, absolutely fantastic. Continue to be more powerful and act as a leader in your profession, in your work, in your business. More opportunities, more communication, more dealings with higher authorities, and more success. So then after February 10th, and especially after 12th, you'll have Sun and Mercury both in your 11th house. That means communication, networking, marketing, sales, social media. Just be out there. And also think of big projects to help the humanity. And that is 11th house. But also this will bring a lot more financial income. It'll open a lot of doors for increasing your income from your profession. At the same time, it'll also make you famous sort of on social media, but for good reasons. So do a lot of things out there on the social media for Aries rising. And then Sun will stay there the rest of February, but then Mercury will move over to the sign of Pisces. That'll be February 27th. So the last couple days, Mercury will be debilitated, but it'll get all the strength from exalted Venus and Rahu. So last couple of days, really powerful. We'll discuss the Venus and Mars first. So that's Sun and Mercury. Saturn continues to be in Mula Trikona sign in 11th house in the sign of Aquarius. That shows you'll develop very long-term partnerships with people. It'll be mature partnerships. You'll also handle your finances very well, long-term planning for your finances. And then also Saturn will keep your desires in check. So this is a very good placement, especially now it'll be joined by Sun and Mercury for half of the month of February. So 11th house, and in fact, your whole Mula Trikona, the 11th and the 3rd and the 7th are completely activated. I'm sorry, the Kama Trikona, not Mula Trikona, the Kama Trikona, the 3rd house, 7th house, and 11th house are completely activated. Very powerful energy to go out and do things, meet people, do networking, stuff like that. Then we have exalted Venus with Rahu. I made a separate video for that. Check out that video. Uh, this means huge opportunities from foreign countries, for foreign people, and especially for foreign travel. Rahu is the planet for foreign, Venus is air travel, and then 12th house is foreign countries. So this is a really powerful, like very rare combination for Aries rising in your 12th house. And also, one caution, this may also indicate a lot of expenses, especially on luxury and things that you don't need. And if you're a male native, that could be because of your wife or partner. And so be careful about those. The other thing is, this is really good, powerful healing energy to activate your subconscious mind. And I have a separate video for Rahu as well. So check out that video. But this will give you access to hidden planes of existence like astral travel or past life regression. Very powerful. Just go down deep and you'll discover the energy and you'll actually have visitation from ancestors and guidance from your ancestors or gurus from the past. So that's very powerful activation of your 12th house. But be careful about expenses. So one good remedy is you can actually give donation for any maybe women related causes or like young girls. So you can give those kind of donations, especially in a foreign country. That'll be good for Aries rising. Then we have Jupiter will be going direct finally. That will bring a lot more positive energy for your finances. Jupiter in the second house will give you powerful voice and also good good projects or things to improve your finances, your wealth, your abundance. You can do work on some finance related projects. If you're in the finance industry, this will be absolutely fantastic. Then Mars will be direct in Gemini, and that means you'll have more courage, more strength to deal with the day-to-day challenges. Mars in the third house, you have to be careful with your younger siblings, your connection with your close friends and your neighbors. There may be harsh energy, but it'll give you a lot of action and energy to go out and meet people, like short distance travels. So this whole month is absolutely fantastic for you to work on your communication, meeting people in person, short distance travels for marketing, sales, organizing some events, webinars, live, actual on-site webinars and things like that. And then, of course, Ketu continues to be in the sixth house. So there may be some health-related concerns. So get checked up. That's important. Ketu in the sixth house. But it'll give you a lot of insights into, intuition as to how you can heal yourself, things like that, for any health-related issues. There may be some challenges in your job if you do a job versus having your own business. So in the job, there may be, headless mistakes or disconnect or, breaks. So be careful about that. So that's for the sign of Aries, the month of February. If you want to dive deep and learn astrology, we have several courses, beginner's course, advanced course, and Muhurta and Panchang course. On my website, you can check out all the details and register, VedicAstroAmid.com. And if you want your own chart analysis, because this is generic analysis, and then this you have to superimpose on your natal chart, that tells us the full picture. So if you want a deep dive, you can book a consultation at VedicAstroAmid.com. Thanks for watching. And thanks for your time. And please like, share, and subscribe with your subscribe, and also especially share with your friends and hit the bell icon so you get the notifications. So that's for Aries rising. Next is a Taurus rising, the month of February. Lots of planets changing signs or going direct. It's going to bring some stability versus January. First of all, Sun will enter the sign of Aquarius February 12th. So Sun will be going over to your 10th house. Mercury will be entering Aquarius on the 10th of February. It's actually going to be very fast, and it'll leave Aquarius within 17 days over to your 11th house in Pisces. We'll discuss what that means. Venus will continue to be in the sign of Pisces in your 11th house along with Rahu. And then Mars will turn direct. Finally, after several months of retrograde Mars, we'll have a direct Mars as of February 23rd. Then we'll have Jupiter also will go direct. Several months of retrograde Jupiter. Now it'll bring much more blessings. Direct Jupiter. Saturn continues to be in Aquarius in its Mula Trikona sign. Absolutely strong, fantastic placement of Saturn in the 10th house. Then we have Rahu and Ketu continue to be in Pisces and Virgo. So let's begin with Sun entering Aquarius. So Sun and Mercury, they continue to be in your 9th house for the first 10 days. That means really excellent for higher studies, acquiring wisdom, connection with the gurus, having discussions with your sangha, with your spiritual brothers and sisters, long distance travel, especially for spiritual related causes or pilgrimage. And then also you being a teacher, being a leader, being a guide, being a coach, consultant for other people. Absolutely fantastic. So you can, doesn't mean these 10 days left, doesn't mean you'll actually start teaching or becoming a guru. You can at least set things in motion. So the transits mean they will trigger the things. They will trigger, the beginning of something, and that may fructify later. But these 10 days absolutely focus on your 9th house, higher wisdom, being a guru, sharing your wisdom as a leader, and doing that in a very good, like communication, business setting also. So that's the energy first 10 days. Then as of 12th, Sun will go into your 10th house, and 10th of February, Mercury will go to the 10th house. So again, both Sun and Mercury will be in your 10th house. Absolutely fantastic for communication in your profession, in your work, doing business deals, and networking and being a leader, and you'll get more recognition, name and fame in your profession. And then Saturn has been sitting there, so that's the Mula Trikona of sign of Saturn. That's very powerful. Uh, this is going to give you like foundation for the rest of your life, whatever things you're doing right now for the last few months of Saturn in Aquarius. Do you may see, oh, this is, may not be going anywhere, you're not getting the results or rewards. Don't worry about rewards right now. Just keep doing the hard work, keep setting the foundation, making, working on some new projects, new deals, new areas, new initiatives. Especially now, Sun and Mercury will completely activate that for you. So until February 27th, at least, Mercury will be in the 10th house. Then it'll move over to Pisces. But the Sun stays here until mid-March. So really good time for you to completely focus on your career and make a lot of progress in terms of setting things in motion, or at least beginning, initiating some of the things. And of course, you may actually see the results as well during especially the later half of second half of February. After that, February 27th, Mercury will move over to your 11th house. So it'll join Venus, exalted Venus, and Rahu there. So Mercury will be debilitated, but it'll be cancelled by the exaltation of Venus. So that will boost your 11th house further. Venus and Rahu continue to be in your 11th house. Venus is exalted for several months now. It's a very extended period of exaltation, very uncommon, rare. And so this is great placement for you to be on the social media, work on major, big humanitarian projects, reach out to people and develop connections, even unconventional partnerships on social media, or or among your friends. You may also have unconventional friendships, and reaching out to people for not just for work. For this will bring financial gains as well for all your social connections, but for humanitarian efforts as well. And Rahu is also desire. Venus is the planet of enjoyment and luxury. So there continues to be a risk of, like excessive social circle, and spending time with friends. So too much, maybe spending money, a lot of expenditure on your social activities. So you have to curb that. Also, Rahu may give you excessive desires. Rahu Venus together in the 11th house means there could be uncontrolled or excessive desires for material gains or material things, or like shopping spree and things like that. So that you have to be careful. And then also Venus Rahu may give you sort of illusion like love at first sight. That is classic combination for love at first sight or infatuation. So on the social media or in terms of friends, physically meeting people, also be careful. Don't have that immediate connection. So you have to go deeper and understand the reality, then make connections. But this is giving you absolutely fantastic opportunity, especially Rahu there gives you all the innovation and unconventional ways of doing things. So reach out to people, connection, networking, social media, and then Mercury there will also help you do that in a very business and business kind of setting, not just volunteer work. So that's happening with these planets in your 10th house and 11th house. Jupiter finally will be direct in your Lagna. So that means overall, this will lift up your chart. Really powerful shift for Taurus. They'll feel this shift. All areas of life will receive the blessings of Guru, the Jupiter now. Guru will be 100% focused on your Lagna. And so better health, better, understanding of who you are, personality development, being more confident, all of those will improve. And then Mars finally will be direct as well. Mars has been retrograde, very frustrating for several months now. It'll go direct now in the sign of Gemini. That means it will give you more ideas and energy to focus on financial wealth and abundance and your finances. You have to be careful about your speech though. So this may give some kind of aggressiveness, these words. So you have to be careful with your words. That's one caution. And then Ketu and Rahu. So Rahu continues to be in the 11th. Ketu is in your fifth house still. Fifth house Ketu, uh, that may give you a break in your romantic relationship, or maybe distance from your children, but it may also turn all of those very spiritual. So meaning if you are in a romantic relationship, there could be very spiritual, um, like energy to it. So you both may be doing a lot more spiritual work. Same thing with their children. They may turn spiritual. This is in fact perfect time, a few months left of Ketu in the fifth house, that you should introduce your children to more spirituality or more spiritual discussions with them. Be very, very careful in stock market or speculative investments with Ketu in the fifth house, but activate your intuition. It's a very creative combination. Ketu in the fifth house gives you all these insights and creativity from within. So bring all of that out and do lots of creative work and creative projects. So that's for the sign of Taurus, the month of February. If you like the content, please, please, please share and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you want to learn astrology, very authentic, deep, traditional way of learning astrology, practical astrology, join our courses. We are beginning, we have a beginner's course, advanced course, and course on Muhurta and Panchanga, all of them live courses beginning in the months of February and March. Check out the website, VedicAstrology.com. And if you want to deep dive into your chart, because this is generic prediction, you have to superimpose this on top of your natal chart and see how things are going to fructify. So for example, Venus in the 11th house. So if you have say Jupiter sitting there in the 11th house in your natal chart, then you'll see an entirely different kind of result. This will reinforce that financial income and wealth and all of that. But if you have Ketu sitting there, that may restrict things. So that way you have to see. So anyway, thank you for your time. And that's for the sign of Taurus. Next, we have the sign of Gemini, rising sign of Gemini. What that means is your Lagna, your ascendant is Gemini. So we're talking about the month of February. Lots of transits, lots of positive developments. In fact, after several months of retrograde and difficult conjunctions. First, Sun will be changing signs, entering Aquarius on February 12th. A quick recap: Mercury will be entering Aquarius on the 10th, and Mercury is going to be very fast. So this will zip through the sign of Aquarius, that is your ninth house, within 17 days and go over to your 10th house. Venus continues to be exalted in Pisces in your 10th house. Mars will be turning direct finally after several months of retrograde motion on February 23rd on your Lagna. Big relief for you. And then Jupiter will be turning direct on the 4th of February in your 12th house, and that will activate your 12th house further. Saturn continues to be in your Mula Trikona sign in the 9th house in Aquarius. Rahu and Ketu continue to be in your 10th house and 4th house respectively. So what does all that mean? First of all, Sun in Aquarius. As of February 12th. So before that, for the first 10 days at least, Sun and Mercury continue to be in your 8th house. This is absolutely fantastic for client work, for getting more clients. Secondly, you may get some inheritance or sudden wealth or lottery or shared resources. And if you're in the finance industry, absolutely fantastic. Second thing is this will activate your access to the hidden world, to the esoteric world, the secrets of the universe. Activate all of that. Thirdly, this will also improve, give you ideas and solutions for your health problems. Chronic health issues may get resolved with Sun being there. Sun is the illumination, Sun is the light. You'll get ideas. Also, you may get a lot of this connections, out of the blue that will help you with your health issues or any other major issues in life. So that's the 8th house. And those things may happen suddenly. All of that is 8th house, but there will be continue to be change and transformation in your life. Then after 10th of February, both of them, or 12th, you can say, after 12th February, both of them will be in the 9th house. This is great for higher studies, for spending time with your gurus, learning from the gurus, for you to become a guru yourself and share your wisdom, for spending time with your sangha, with your spiritual brothers and sisters, and literally going to a religious place, a temple or a church, wherever you go, sit there for a few minutes. This entire duration, from mid-February through mid-March, because Surya Bhagwan, Sun, will be there in the 9th house, literally showing you the way in a religious setting. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to know anything about rituals or anything. Just go to a spiritual place, sit there for a few minutes every day. And if you cannot, if you live in a place where you don't have any temples or church nearby, wherever you go, then You can do that sitting at home as well in your personal temple or altar in your home. But I would highly recommend. This is absolutely fantastic. These Surya Bhagwan, Shani, and Buddha, all three will be in your ninth house. Association with priests, with temples, with gurus, with sangha. Absolutely fantastic. Good for pilgrimage also. You should travel for spiritual purposes. Enroll in some higher studies course or learn and gain higher wisdom. And more importantly, share that with the world. You are going to shine as a leader, as a guru, as a teacher. Surya in the ninth house. So whatever you learned or whatever skills you have, share those with the world. And Shani, Saturn will help you. Sitting there in the Mula Trikona sign in your ninth house, absolutely fantastic and very strong to be a grounded and practical leader, guru. So that's all happening in the ninth house. Then the last 3 days or last couple of days, Mercury will actually transition to your 10th house, debilitated in the sign of Pisces. So I'm talking about this sign now. And there we have exalted Venus. So debilitation of Mercury gets cancelled, and because it's sitting with an exalted planet. And so you'll have a powerful combination of Mercury, Venus, Rahu, all three in your 10th house. That is fantastic for career. You'll have huge success, as in you'll think of mega projects, that is Rahu. Connecting with Venus means big money. And it's the sign of Pisces. Venus is exalted and Mercury is supporting there, giving you all the business acumen, communication skills, networking, all of that. Venus will give all of that support, even though debilitated, but it becomes extremely powerful, extremely strong, sitting with the exalted planet Venus. And so Mercury, Venus, Rahu there. Uh, think of new projects, innovative ways of solving problems, and maybe even dealing with foreign people, especially because your 10th lord is sitting in the 12th house as well. And that's going to be direct. That's a huge thing. Like if you had any projects that were stuck, especially like in foreign countries, any projects or issues, those will get resolved completely. And also, be careful. There could still be some kind of illusion because of Rahu. So you don't want to like just do things in the air. Do the due diligence. That is the main thing with Rahu. But be very innovative, latest technology and all of that. Implement that in your profession, in your work. But this is a really powerful combination and, in fact, exchange happening between the Jupiter and the Venus. So Parivartan Yoga. So I'll have a separate video on that as well. So this is going to be fantastic. And then we have Jupiter, of course, is going to be direct in your 12th house. Uh, and so that means you'll have more opportunities from foreign countries, but also this will completely activate the 12th house, your subconscious mind. Literally, you will have visitation from the gurus, maybe from the past life. Do astral travel, do past life regression, do yoga nidra, lucid dreaming. And big remedy is give donation to the priests, donation to the gurus, teachers, honor your teachers, all of that. And then also travel, spiritual travel, especially in a foreign country like pilgrimage. Visit some foreign countries you can for spiritual purposes. So those all, but of course you have to check your natal chart as well. You have to superimpose all of these generic predictions on top of your natal chart, and then we come up with the final, guidelines or prediction. But overall, this will be a huge boost to your 12th house once Jupiter goes direct as of 4th of February. Then we have Mars, has been retrograde for several months. It's been frustrating and this anger or like a defeated warrior. And so now it'll be direct in your lagna. That means it'll give you more physical energy. It'll give you more action and this initiative. So you won't be feeling this frustration anymore. You'll be actually doing things more active. And that's as of February 23rd. So first 22, 23 days still Mars is retrograde. So that means wants to go back to Taurus, which is boosting your 12th house. But after February 23rd, you'll feel this pressure, this frustration, this anger, aggressive energy will subside. It'll give way to doing things physically that are meaningful and productive, especially in the sign of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. So Mercury Mars combination kind of, and then Mercury will also be trines to Mars after February 10th. So very powerful combination in your first house. Be careful that you're not like overstretching yourself, because Mars in the first house may give you a tendency to also just act without thinking. So be careful about that. Then Mars, Rahu and Ketu continue to be in your 10th house and fourth house. So Ketu in the fourth house, uh, this may give you like detachment from your home. You may even change residence, but good for real estate. And also good for inner happiness, like discovering what makes you happy. So in your home, make an altar and do lots of meditation and puja. And then this may also give you distance from your mother, or in general um, from your family. And then, but if they are into spiritual work, this is fantastic. So this will give you a huge spiritual foundation to your connection with your mother, or in her life, she'll become more spiritual. So that's the blessings of Ketu in the fourth house. So that's for the sign of Gemini. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want to learn astrology, we have lots of courses, beginners, advanced, Panchanga, Muhurata, all of those live courses beginning February, March. You can check out on the website and register VedicAstrology.com. Thanks for watching. Next, we have Cancer rising, Cancer, Lagna, Cancer, Ascendant. Remember, these are based on the rising sign. People keep asking, is it from the moon sign? We can, of course, look at from all the 9 planets, but moon sign it means a different thing. That's more on the mental level, how you feel things around you. But rising sign is your physical reality. So Cancer rising, Sun will be going in the sign of Aquarius mid-February, 12th of February. And then you have Mercury is going to be in Aquarius as of February 10th. And then Mercury actually is going to be very fast. It'll zip through the sign of Aquarius in 17 days and go over to your 9th house. We'll discuss all about that, what that means. Venus continues to be exalted in Pisces in your 9th house. It's the extended stay in Pisces, unusual. We'll discuss what that means. And Mars will finally turn direct. It has been retrograde, frustrating energy for several months. Now it'll be direct in your 12th house. We'll discuss what that means as of February 23rd. Jupiter will also finally go direct. It has been retrograde as well for several months. It'll be direct as of February 4th in your 11th house. And Saturn continues to be in the Mula Trikona sign, very powerful in your 8th house. Rahu Ketu continue to be in your 9th house and your 3rd house in the sign of Pisces and Virgo. We'll discuss what that means. First of all, Sun will be changing signs. So before that, until February 10th, at least, both Sun and Mercury continue to be in your 7th house. One is big caution. Be careful in your relationships, especially with your spouse, partner. You may shine, and then the spouse may feel left behind, or they may not be able to withstand your luster. So be very compassionate and in fact, sensitive in your relationship. First 10 days or 12 days, in fact, while Sun is there, be very, very careful. But this is a great time to develop partnerships with people of high stature, like big mega partnerships with the kings or the politicians, and use a lot more communication in your relationship. The more you communicate in your relationship these 10, 12 days, the better it'll be. Otherwise, there may be this separative energy because of Sun in the 7th house. Then after 10th or 12th February, both Sun and Mercury will be in your 8th house. This will open up like huge windfalls of money, maybe inheritance, or a good money from your clients' resources of other people, and shared resources. Absolutely fantastic for anything to do with finances also, if you are in the finance industry. But then Sun and Mercury on the spiritual side will activate your 8th house of hidden wisdom. Enroll in a course, esoteric sciences, learn energy healing. Saturn sitting there has been supporting that for a long time, over 2 years now. And now is the time when Sun and Mercury will activate that. So really, you should be learning uh, deep esoteric wisdom. So that's going to be the activation of your 8th house. Then the last couple of days, Mercury will actually be very fast and zip through Aquarius and go into the sign of Pisces as of 27th of February. So that's your 9th house, and that there Mercury is debilitated in the sign of Pisces. But because it'll be sitting with Venus, exalted planet, the debilitation gets canceled. And so the debilitated planet acts as a very powerful force. So Mercury-Venus combination, and then Rahu will make that 100 times more powerful. Whatever planet Rahu is sitting with, it makes that planet's energy 100 times more powerful, for good or for bad. If the planets are well placed, that they'll feel much more stronger. So your ninth house will be completely activated. It is activated right now with Venus there as well, but Mercury's entry will further give you all the power. So this is amazing period for you to do higher studies, association with the gurus, discover your spiritual path, and also being a guru. Unconventional kind of a spiritual teaching you can undertake, very innovative, also innovation in spiritual path, or innovation in spirituality, using latest technology to reach out to people and spread the word and share your wisdom, being a guru. And then Venus there, that also means you can focus more on one-on-one learning, or one-on-one sharing. So both ways. So meaning you can learn from a guru in a private setting, one-on-one classes, coaching, but also you can share your wisdom with other people as a one-on-one mentorship. So those, because Venus Shukracharya is all about personal teaching at the personal level, private one-on-one coaching and classes and sharing wisdom. And then, of course, good for travel as well, as I mentioned. Um, and then we have Jupiter will be going direct as of 4th of February. That will improve your finances in a big way. That will also improve your connection with other people, with your friends. Your friend circle will expand, and you'll also do more things for the humanity. Like you'll think of some big projects to help other people. This may bring a lot more desires also. So you just have to be careful that all your desires are sattvic, which will be, because Jupiter and Ketu both are trines to each other. So they'll make sure that you don't have any excessive materialistic desires, but still Jupiter is a lot of expansion, especially in the sign of Taurus, and it's getting an exchange with Venus. So we'll have a separate video on that Jupiter-Venus exchange. And then we have Mars will be going direct. Finally, after several months of retrograde Mars, which is frustration and anger, aggressive energy, it will go direct as of February 23rd. Direct Mars in the 12th house. It'll give you access to like projects from foreign countries or foreign travel also, but you have to be careful. There could still be like hidden aggression or hidden enemies going, that kind of energy. But otherwise, this will activate your subconscious mind. And so that'll be good for also doing energy healing, or doing things like yoga nidra, stuff like that. Then we have Ketu continues to be in your third house. This could be challenging for your relationship with your younger siblings, or with your close friends, or with your neighbors. So that piece continues to be the same. It's been there since November 2023, but also great for learning some new skills, discovering your creativity, and also with Jupiter Ketu trines there, good for networking and reaching out to people and short distance travels, but using your intuition to do that. So that's Ketu in the third house. So that's what's going on. A lot is happening, and of course you have to look at the daily transits of Moon, which we do in our private group. If you want, you can subscribe to that based on the nakshatras. And also, if you want to learn astrology, you can join our courses, VedicAstrology.com. We have beginners course, we have advanced course, Panchanga, Muhurta, all of those live courses coming up in the month of February. And if you want to deep dive in your own chart, you can book a consultation, VedicAstrology.com. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you get the notifications. And really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Next one is Leo. Leo rising, Leo Lagna, Leo ascendant. For Leo, what's happening? All of these transits, this is a big month where actually a lot of planets will be going direct, a couple of planets. But then, of course, Sun, Mercury, Mars, they're changing signs frequently. So we'll discuss all that. So Sun will be entering Aquarius, in the sign of Aquarius in your 7th house as of February 12th. Mercury will be zipping through the sign of Aquarius from February 10th through February 27th. We'll discuss what that means. Venus will continue to be exalted in your 8th house in the sign of Pisces. That's an extended exaltation period of Venus. And also, it's the 8th house. We'll discuss what that means. It'll be joined by Mercury as of February 27th as well. Mars finally going direct after several months of retrograde motion, frustration, anger, aggressiveness, all of those energies. And now we'll get a relief from that as of February 23rd. Jupiter also turns direct as of February 4th. It's been retrograde for several months as well. That will boost your career. We'll discuss what all that means. Saturn will continues to be in your Mula Trikona sign in your seventh house, boosting your relationships. And then finally, Rahu Ketu continue to be in your eighth house and your second house, respectively, in the signs of Pisces and Virgo. So first of all, Sun and Mercury continue to be in your sixth house for at least for the first 10, 12 days. That means good for your job. Really excellent period. It'll give you a lot more opportunities, more leadership skills in your work, in your job, and better communication. So you should act like a leader. You should act as a mentor for other people for the rest of these 10, 12 days remaining, while Sun and Mercury both are in your sixth house. Really good for undertaking new health routines, taking care of your health, being very punctual, and focus on your dinacharya, the daily routine. Also great for helping other people, volunteer services. Surya, the king, is very, very benevolent. He wants to help the pupil. And so you can, pick up some humanitarian efforts, join some organizations. At the same time, good for doing, sitting in any competitive exams or, taking care of enemies or obstacles. Absolutely fantastic with Sun and Mercury both there. So Mercury will give you the intellect and, the communication skills and networking, plus Sun will make you a leader and give you all the fighting power in the sixth house. So that's first 10, 12 days. Then after February 10th, 12th, especially, Sun and Mercury both will be in your seventh house. That is amazing for communication with your spouse. This will bring you a lot of partnerships with, like intellectual people, with people in the like government or high up who are very, very, highly successful people. That's Sun and Mercury in the seventh house. You have to be careful though that you are not, that you're being sensitive in your relation, because otherwise people may find your success or your stature too bright. That's Sun in the seventh house. So you have to pay attention to the needs and wishes and the feelings of your partner, both personal and business partnerships. So that's very important. But other than that, it's absolutely fantastic, especially because Saturn has been sitting there, and that gives you Saturn in Mula Trikona gives you like stability in your relationship. So this is Saturn will take care of this energy of Sun and Mercury as well. So great time for you to get into a lot of meaningful partnerships for business, and personally also you'll have a lot of opportunities. As of February 27th, then Mercury will actually leave Aquarius only after 17 days being there. It will join Venus and Rahu. That will be a debilitated Mercury in the sign of Pisces, but it'll join exalted Venus. So that debilitation of Mercury gets cancelled. It'll give you the highest success. So basically, the eighth house will be fully activated. That means you may literally get inheritance or like windfall of money or lottery or shared resources and also money from other people. So lots of rising signs are actually getting those blessings. But this is absolutely most relevant and most applicable to Leo, because Venus is like all the finances and wealth. Rahu makes that 100 times more powerful, and now Mercury there will completely activate that. So from among all the 12 rising signs, Leo stands to gain the most in terms of wealth of other people or from clients or windfalls of money. Now also this is absolutely fantastic combination for you, continues to be to dive deep into healing, being a healer, becoming a healer, healing yourself and other people through Sanjeevani Vidya, that is Venus Shukracharya in the eighth house, literally having the wisdom to heal or bring dead people back to life. And Rahu makes you fearless in the eighth house. Rahu completely gives you all the energy and power to heal yourself and go very deep in the areas where most people are afraid to, for tantric vidya or very secretive these esoteric sciences. So you can enroll in some courses, but also your self development, awakening the kundalini, all of that. So that's going to be activated for you throughout this month, February, especially after Mercury joins them as well. Then your 10th house will get a huge boost because Jupiter will now be direct. And so instead of giving you results of the previous house, which is the ninth house, now, which was all about association with the gurus and sharing and learning both at the same time. But now the focus will be on your profession, on your business, on your work. Lots of opportunities for your profession, expansion in your business, more connections, and also bigger ideas, bigger projects, and more recognition, and then also more wisdom, how to do things in your profession, in your work. So overall, huge boost for your profession, career, for your work as Jupiter goes direct as of February 4th. Mars will be in the 11th house. Now, finally, that is also going direct after several months of retrograde motion, frustration, anger, aggression. Now, Mars will give you proper results of your 11th house. That means more connection on social media, reaching out to people, helping out people. So, helping out the masses. That is the, like, you'll have action, you'll have energy to reach out to a lot of people and for doing humanitarian work, but also Mars will bring more ideas for financial income, improving or increasing your income from your profession, from your business, from your work. That'll be the result of Mars in the 11th house going direct, especially after February 23rd. Saturn continues to be in Mula Trikona sign, so we discussed that. It's been there for last more than 2 years. And then Rahu we discussed, and Ketu will be in your second house, continues to be there. So that may give some, intuition about how to make money for financial wealth and abundance and all that. You may need to take care of your diet. You may have tendency of eating less, and then also you should do some kind of speech or speaking engagements or webinars or YouTube videos so that you can use your intuition in your speech. Ketu in the second house gives you intuition in anything that you say. So that's the blessings of Ketu in the second house. So that's what's going on for the sign of um, Leo rising, Leo Lagna, Leo ascendant. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also join our courses if you want to learn astrology. We have beginners course, advanced course, Muhurta, Panchang, all of those courses coming up live in the month of February. Check out the website VedicAstrology.com. And if you want a deep dive in your chart, what's happening in your life, so we superimpose this transit chart on top of your natal chart to see the real, meaning and the predictions based on your chart. You can book that also on the website VedicAstrology.com. Thanks for watching. Next is Virgo rising, Virgo Lagna, Virgo ascendant. For Virgo, what's happening? All these planets, lots of changes happening, of course, for everybody, but in different houses, different signs for different rising signs. And so, first of all, Sun will be going into the sign of Aquarius as of February 12th. Mercury will enter Aquarius on 10th of February, and it's going to zip past. It's going to be very fast in the sign of Aquarius, only 17 days, and then it'll enter the sign of debilitation, that is Pisces, as of February 27th. Venus continues to be exalted in Pisces, and it will be there the whole month of February. It'll actually go retrograde as of 1st of March, but the February, it still will be in your seventh house exalted. And they'll be joined by Mercury as of February 27th. We'll discuss all of that, what that means. Mars finally will turn direct as of February 23rd. It's been retrograde for past several months. We'll get a huge relief once it goes direct. Jupiter has been retrograde as well for the past few months. Jupiter will go direct as of February 4th. So you'll have huge blessings in the ninth house. Saturn continues to be in the Mula Trikona sign in Aquarius in your sixth house. We'll discuss what that means. And then Rahu Ketu continue to be in Pisces and in Virgo in your seventh house and first house, respectively. So let's see what all that means. First of all, Sun and Mercury for the initial 10 days, at least, they're both in your fifth house. That means huge creativity. Work on some creative projects. Secondly, same thing goes for your children. They may have a lot of creative energy and better relationship connection with your children. Your children actually may get a lot of success and in business or name and fame. Same thing with your romantic partnership. So in your romantic relationships, you'll have more opportunities, or you may meet people who are very intelligent or more like very successful, like the sun or from government. And all of those areas will be positively impacted. So, and then the stock market or speculative investments, this is going to give you good energy. So again, this is not financial advice at all, but you'll have good energy, good combinations for thinking on those lines. So after February 10th, then both of them, or 12th, I should say, both of them will be in your sixth house. That means huge boost to your health. You'll develop some new health routines. This is perfect for taking care of health, dinacharya, daily routine. Secondly, perfect for taking care of enemies or obstacles or challenges, any legal issues. Thirdly, great for serving and helping other people, doing volunteer activities. Surya, the king, likes to help people. Fourthly, great for your job in your profession. You will actually shine as a leader and you'll have better communication. So pick up big projects, volunteer for helping other people, being a mentor in your job, and also act as a leader. Take up more leadership roles or assignments if possible. All of that will bring huge gains for your job, especially with Mula Trikona sign continues to be in your sixth house. That means this is setting the foundation for the rest of your life for your job. So your career will improve a lot, huge. And then Sun and Mercury are going to activate that further. And then we have, as of February 27th, Mercury will actually transition over to your seventh house. So that will boost communication in your relationship. Now, Rahu and Venus have been there, so exalted. Mercury is debilitated, but it sitting with the exalted planet, the debilitation of Mars, or sorry, Mercury will get cancelled. So that will also give huge positive results. So in your relationship, though, you have to be careful about expenses because Venus is luxury, expenditure, money, finances, and Rahu exaggerates that. That's one thing in your both, business partnerships as well as personal. But this is amazing period for, doing big things with your partner, even in terms of finance, finance ideas about financial projects or how to bring in more money, doing business things like that, especially with Mercury joining them after February 27th. And work on healing projects. That's Venus there, but overall really powerful energy in the seventh house. So you may do things in an unconventional manner with your partner. That's Rahu, but also a lot of innovation. Rahu is all the latest technology, innovation, new ideas. So just work with your partner, both personal and business, on achieving big things. Then we have Jupiter is going direct as of February 4th. So that means instead of giving you the results of eighth house because of retrograde motion, now Jupiter will focus on giving you results of the ninth house. Literally, this will make you a guru. Share your wisdom with the world. Be the highest guru. Also, at the same time, keep learning from your gurus as well, and also spend time with your sangha. Reconnect with your spiritual brothers and sisters, and then spiritual travel, also pilgrimage. Very powerful time to go on a pilgrimage. And then also same thing with your father. If your father is alive, spend time with your father, learn from your father, and also be like a coach, guide, consultant for other people. That's the biggest thing. And then dharma. So you'll also solidify your spiritual path. What is your purpose? What is your actual lineage or religion? All of that. So that will become more clear. Do lots of rituals, if you're into that. Yagnas and Vedic fire rituals, that's absolutely fantastic. Study the scriptures, the shastras, the Vedas. That's fantastic for Jupiter in the ninth house. A few more months of Jupiter in your ninth house. Then we have Mars. Finally, after several months of retrograde motion, Mars will be direct as of February 23rd. So that means it'll give you more action and energy for your work, for your profession. And you'll have more like contacts, and physically you'll do more, like maybe travel or achieve more things. For It'll be more action oriented period for your profession, so you'll make things happen. And then of course Ketu continues to be in your lagna. That means self development, self realization, personality development, intuition, awakening of intuition completely. But at the same time, you may feel more detached from the external world, which is a good thing. Do lots of meditation, continue to learn from the gurus and yogis, and also deep spiritual work. And help the humanity. So basically, period of self-awakening, but also through Rahu in the seventh means lots of connection with other people, and sharing your wisdom as well. So that's uh, what's happening for Virgo rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, um, if you want to learn astrology, we have beginners, advanced, and Muhurta and Panchang, all those live courses coming up in the month of February. Join on our website, VedicAstrology.com. Also, if you want a deep dive in your own chart, for example, if you have, like, let's say Rahu sitting in the third house, or Ketu sitting in the ninth house at the same time. And now Jupiter is going to go over that. So what does that mean? So for that, we have to go analyze, superimpose this transit chart on top of your natal chart. That's how we analyze individual predictions. So you can book the reading on the website, VedicAstrology.com. And thanks for watching. Next, we have Libra rising, Libra ascendant. For Libra, so of course, these are all the transits for all the signs, but they will be taking place in different houses for all the rising signs. So, first of all, Sun will be entering the sign of Aquarius as of February 12th. Then Mercury will be changing signs, entering into Aquarius on February 10th, and then it'll stay there for only 17 days and enter sign of Pisces February 27th. We'll discuss what all that means. Venus continues to be exalted in the sign of Pisces, and it will remain in Pisces throughout February. It'll actually go retrograde on March 1st. We'll discuss that for the next month video, but for now, it's going to be exalted in the month of February. Mars will finally go direct as of February 23rd. We'll discuss what that means. Jupiter will also be going direct after several months of retrograde motion early February, so as of February 4th. Saturn continues to be in the Mula Trikona sign of Aquarius in your 5th house, and Rahu and Ketu continue to be in your 6th house and your 12th house, respectively. So, first of all, Sun and Mercury are still in your 4th house until February 10th or 12th at least. So for the first 10, 12 days, your 4th house is activated, good for real estate, good for vehicles, good for spending time with your family, doing things at your home, renovation, and also being a leader at your home, like inviting people, having meetings, discussions, or parties, all of that in your home. And then having like a lot of intellectual discussions at home. And this will also give you ideas about what makes you happy, inner happiness, long lasting happiness. That's Surya. The sun will illuminate that area of life for you. Uh, at the same time, so after February 10th or 12th, I should say, they both will be going over to your 5th house. That will completely activate your creative juices. Huge month for creativity. Do lots of creative projects. Secondly, it will also be a good transit for your children, for their life, but also for your connection with them. They will have more success, more name and fame, more communication, more business, more creativity. Same thing goes with your romantic relationships. This will boost, like you may come in contact with more, intellectual people, people who are successful. If you're looking for a romantic relationship, or if you're already in one, lots of scope for, this doing a lot of intellectual things together and getting more famous or name and fame or success. Saturn continues to be there. That's the stabilizing factor. And also, this will improve the stock market or speculative gains. Now, this is by no means this is not a financial advice, but you'll have positive energies to think on those lines. So that's the 5th house will be completely boosted by the transit of Sun and Mercury as of February 27th, though. So Mercury will shift out of Aquarius. It's a very swift, fast transit through the 5th house. So February 27th, Mercury will be debilitated in the sign of Pisces. But the debilitation will get cancelled by the exalted Venus there. But throughout the month of February, Venus and Rahu are still there. That means exalted Venus and Rahu makes the planet 100 times more powerful, whatever planet it is sitting with. And so this is huge, good for Rahu there will give you all the power and strength to deal with the enemies and any legal issues and battles, all of that. At the same time, Venus will give those Venusian, nice, gentle qualities so that you're not completely harsh or, very, very strict. That is Rahu. Then this combination continues to give you strength to work on your health, especially with Rahu also there gives you strength to fight with your inner enemies or your health issues. And absolutely fantastic. Like Venus is health, deep healing. That is Venus. 6th house is the house for our health. So continue to have those blessings and work on your health. Also good thinking of big projects and big ideas, initiatives in your job. Continue to do that. That's Rahu in the 6th house. Think outside the box, be very innovative, unconventional ways of solving problems in your work. And Venus together, that means huge abundance and financial income, wealth from your job. Good financial opportunities in your job. So that's all happening in your 6th house. Jupiter will turn direct as well as of February 4th. So that's going to give us a pure Jupiter-Venus exchange, Parivartan Yoga. So the 6th house, 8th house are both completely getting activated. This will boost your esoteric wisdom, your understanding of the secrets of the universe. That's 8th house. Uh, Great period time for you to enroll in some courses, learn some esoteric stuff, especially with Ketu in the 12th house. Ketu and Jupiter are trines to each other. And so this, for the rest of the few months until Jupiter and Ketu are in your 8th and 12th, really focus on your subconscious mind, energy healing, astrology courses, learning esoteric wisdom, past life regression, very, very powerful. Same time, Jupiter here now going direct will give you, some kind of windfall of money, inheritance or shared resources, or wealth from other people. But also it'll give you change and transformation, spiritual change and transformation of a big magnitude. Then Mars has been retrograde for several months. It's been frustrating transit of Mars, aggression, a lot of anger, all of those. Now, as of February 23rd, Mars will be direct. So that means it will give you more energy and action to work on your dharma, work with the gurus, and also you yourself being a guru. So the ninth house will be activated and better for higher studies, gaining wisdom, connection with your spiritual sangha, physically, meeting people. So that's all Mars in the ninth house. Be careful. There may still be issues with your gurus. Don't act without thinking when it comes to your spiritual path or dealing with your gurus. That's the lesson with Mars in the ninth house. And then Ketu continues to be in the 12th house. That means your subconscious mind is completely activated. Deep meditation, past life regression. Literally, this is blessings of your ancestors directly coming your way. That's Ketu in the 12th house. But also dealing with foreigners, foreign people, using your intuition, awakening your intuition. Absolutely great time for you to go on a retreat, seclusion, or ashram, visiting spiritual places and deep meditation. So that's all going on for the sign of Libra. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to join and learn astrology, you can join our courses, beginners, advanced, and Panchang and Muhurta courses beginning live in the month of February. You can join on our website, VedicAstrology.com. Also, if you want a deep dive, so we superimpose this transit chart, which gives you the generic predictions, but then you have to see how things are in your natal chart to arrive at the final prediction. So you can book a consultation at VedicAstrology.com as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Next is Scorpio rising, Scorpio Lagna, Scorpio ascendant. This month, huge shifts happening, a lot of positive things also. First of all, Sun will go into the sign of Aquarius as of February 12th. At the same time, Mercury will be going in Aquarius February 10th. That'll be a very short transit in the sign of Aquarius, only 17 days. It'll go over to the sign of Pisces as of February 27th. It'll join Venus there. Venus continues to be in your fifth house in the sign of Pisces, exalted there. That's a very long, unusual transit of Venus in Pisces. Then good news is Mars is turning direct as of February 23rd, because it was a lot of this anger, frustration, that kind of energy was there. So Mars will actually be direct in the sign of Gemini. I've moved it here as of February 23rd. And then Jupiter will be also going direct as of February 4th for past several months. Jupiter has been retrograde, so now you'll get better and more solid results of seventh house. We'll discuss what that means. Saturn continues to be in the Mula Trikona sign in your fourth house in the sign of Aquarius, and Rahu and Ketu continue to be in Pisces and Virgo. Rahu in the fifth house and Ketu in your 11th house. We'll discuss what all that means. So first of all, the first 10 days or so, 12 days, Sun and Mercury are going to be in your third house, continue to be there. Absolutely fantastic for communication, marketing, sales, reaching out to people, meeting people in person, short distance travel, being a leader, all the sense of humor, newsletters, basically reaching out to people for your business, for your work. And then, a lot of people ask, oh, as a homeowner, what do I do? So same thing. I mean, communication is communication. It could be for work, for your personal life. Just go and meet your neighbors. That's a fantastic combination for Sun and Mercury in the third house. Same at the same time, also great for learning some new skills. Okay, so learning anything new, like especially skills with your hands, those will go a long way. That'll help you a lot in your life down the road. And then third house is also younger siblings, so this will be better, period. Good connection with your younger siblings or doing projects with your younger siblings as well. Then after February 10th or 12th, both of them will actually go into the sign of Aquarius. That will activate your fourth house. Good for real estate, good for vehicles, good for home renovation or bigger home or having more meetings or discussions in your home, intellectual discussions and also spiritual discussions, and also discussing about your lineage and what makes you happy, long-lasting happiness, all of that. The home will be the focus this whole month because Sun and Mercury, pretty much not the whole month, but starting February 12th. And for the rest of the month, Sun will completely illuminate your fourth house. So the whole focus will be uh, all these areas and could be good, better communication connection with your mother also, and better, results for your mother in her life as well. So the fourth house will be completely activated. As of February 27th, Mercury will enter your fifth house. It'll be debilitated in the sign of Pisces, but it will join the exalted Venus, so that debilitation gets cancelled. So very powerful activation of your fifth house, but not just after 27th February, but throughout the month of February, Venus continues to be exalted in your fifth house with Rahu. That means uh, huge opportunities for romantic relationships if you're looking for one. If you're already in one, that means big projects or big ideas, big, especially financial aspects of relationship of your life will improve through your romantic relationship. There is also a chance of, love at first sight or infatuation, or, instantly you fall in love with somebody. So that's Rahu and Venus together in the fifth house. So be careful about that energy. Otherwise, you may also have some kind of unconventional relationship, romantic relationships. And then for the children also, fifth house represents our children. Really good, financially good period for your children. And they may also have more creativity during this time. Venus Rahu is absolutely fantastic for creative work. So encourage them to do creative work, come up with something unique, something unconventional, something innovative, and that's also very creative. And then stock market also absolutely fantastic period for speculative investment. But of course, this is not financial advice by any means. This is just indication that there is good energy in that area of life. Uh, and then we have Jupiter will be turning direct finally after several months of retrograde motion as of 4th of February. Now Jupiter will give you all the wisdom and expansion in your relationships. So Jupiter in the seventh house may not be perfect for, ideal like one steady relationship, but it may give you even like multiple opportunities for relationships. But on the business front, absolutely fantastic to have enter into long-term partnerships that are based on, even spiritual foundation, but also like with wise people that are more about long-term success. So Jupiter will give you a lot of opportunities to develop these kind of partnerships. At the same time, with your partner, also with your, say, wife or husband or spouse, do lots of spiritual things, like go to the temple together or do yagya or the fire ceremony together, study the scriptures and the Vedas together. So that's a great period for that. A few more months of Jupiter direct in the sign of Taurus in your seventh house. Mars has been retrograde for a long time, for several months now, and finally it'll go direct as of February 23rd in your eighth house. So now still continue to be careful in driving, or uh, uh, just don't have any aggression or anger while on the road. So that's a big caution for you. Mars in the eighth house can give sudden changes in life, but it'll also be good for real estate, especially investments, and anything to do with money from other people, like inheritance, and all of those things may manifest this month once Mars goes direct. Then Ketu continues to be in your 11th house. That means you will develop partnership, very deeply spiritual partnerships with people. You may have these intuition about how to connect with people, how to help the humanity. This may restrict your income somehow, somewhat, I should say, in the 11th house. But if it's a spiritual source of income, those will improve, those will give you much better results. So that's the overall transits for the sign of Scorpio. Of course, you have to look at the moon, the daily transits, the nakshatra. For that, you can also learn astrology, join our courses, become a member also. We have live courses coming up, beginners, advanced, Muhurta, Panchanga, all of those live courses in February. You can join on the website VedicAstrology.com. If you want to deep dive and understand your own chart, we superimpose the transit chart on top of your natal chart and then analyze. That gives you more precise prediction. This is just the generic prediction overall, irrespective of your chart. So you can book a consultation also on the website VedicAstrology.com. Again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate all your time and your feedback and comments. Then we have the sign of Sagittarius, Sagittarius Lagna, Sagittarius Ascendant, and rising sign. So these are the transits happening this month of February. Lots of planets will get stabilized, a better energy. And so Sun will be entering the sign of Aquarius as of February 12th. At the same time, Mercury will be entering Aquarius just a couple days before that, February 10th. Mercury will be very fast in the sign of Aquarius, only 17 days. So as of February 27th, it will move on to the sign of Pisces, sign of debilitation of Mercury. We'll discuss all what all that means. Venus will be continue to be exalted in the sign of Pisces. Mars finally will go direct. Mars has been retrograde for several months. Anger, frustration, this defeated warrior kind of energy. It'll go direct in the sign of Gemini finally as of February 23rd. Jupiter will turn direct as well, February 4th. It has been retrograde for several months now. So you'll see more energy, more results for your sixth house versus the fifth house. Saturn continues to be in the sign of Aquarius, Mula Trikona sign, and Rahu Ketu continue to be in the sign of Pisces and Virgo in your fourth house and your 10th house respectively. So that's all. Those are the transits, and of course you have to look at the moon and you know the what's happening on your natal chart. So for that you need to superimpose this on top of your natal chart, and we give full prediction. So for that you can book a consultation VedicAstrology.com. But overall, so first let's see. First of all, Sun and Mercury will be in your second house for the first 10 days at least, and then until February 12th for the Sun. So second house means speech. That is your finances, that is your food, your diet, your kutumba. So all of those areas will shine, rise and shine, and give you really powerful for speech. Communication. Mercury is communication. Sun is the highest success. Sun is the leader, the king. So speak like a king. Pick up any speaking engagements or YouTube channel, whatever you can do to share your wisdom through your speech. It'll be absolutely powerful. Even if you've never done this in your life, this is the time to sort of at least set things in motion, start something even small. That's the first 10, 12 days. Then both of them will be in the sign of Aquarius in your third house, Sun and Mercury, and they'll join Mula Trikona, a very strong Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. That will activate all your marketing skills, journalism, writing, communication, marketing, meeting people, short distance travels, in-person meetings, holding webinars, seminars in person. All of that energy will be activated. So if you do business, if you're working, this is fantastic period to actually bring your communication to the next level. Especially the second half of the month is all written communication, newsletters, reaching out to people, journalism, and if you do any kind of writing, absolutely fantastic, launching a book, publishing, all of those. At the same time, better connection and relationship with your younger siblings, with your friends, with your very close friends, and with your neighbors. And third house is also our skills. So the second half of February, absolutely fantastic to learn some new skills or work on your existing skills, especially if you do anything with your hands. This will activate all of that. Saturn there continues to give you stability and long-term guidance and strategic decision making, all of that in your with respect to your third house matters, and also a lot of courage to deal with day-to-day challenges. As of February 27th, Mercury will actually move over to the sign of Pisces. It'll be debilitated there, but that debilitation gets canceled because it's sitting with an exalted planet. But even before February 27th, throughout the month of February, Venus continues to be exalted with Rahu. Absolutely fantastic period for real estate, for home renovation, home decoration, interior decoration, buying a bigger home, new homes, all of those areas are activated. Bigger, luxury vehicle, that's all Venus and Rahu in the fourth house. It'll give you blessings. And then organizing a lot of like dinners and parties in your home, enjoyment and pleasure. And then also at the same time, a lot of financial decision making, like things to do with your finances, those will improve, especially related to the house, real estate, all of those matters. Same thing with your mother, also, fourth house represents mother. So, positive, uh, financially, it'll be a positive time for your mother in her life. Uh, and also, your connection with your mother may improve. And now be careful that you may actually go overboard because Venus Rahu is excess of expenditure also. So you don't end up spending too much money on your home or any of these deals. And then after February 4th, actually, you'll also have a beautiful exchange of Jupiter and Venus. So we'll have a separate video on that. But overall, your fourth house will have huge expansion and blessings, and especially financial abundance as well. Then we have Jupiter will be going direct in your sixth house. So instead of giving you results of the fifth house, which has been the case for the last several months while it was retrograde, now it'll give you results of the sixth house. That means, first of all, it'll give you wisdom in dealing with your enemies, with the obstacles, with your any legal matters. You'll make more wise decisions, and also um, it'll give you wisdom to fight with your inner enemies, the Shadripus, the six weaknesses that we all have: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. Absolutely fantastic period for your job. You'll have expansion, you'll have wisdom, you'll have more opportunities, you'll have connection with the gurus, meaning more, you'll take decisions from a spiritual uh, foundation. But overall expansion also. So act as a guru. One key recommendation is act as a mentor or a guide or a guru or a teacher for your co-workers, or for, share your wisdom at your workplace. That is Jupiter in the sixth house. Absolutely good for doing volunteer work as well. Sixth house represents service to other people. So Jupiter means you'll have a lot of wisdom and resources and expansive energy to help other people. Sixth houses are health also. You'll take good care, better care of your health. You'll develop a good dinacharya, the daily routine. So overall, absolutely fantastic period. And that's also your Lagna Lord sitting in the sixth house. Then we have Mars. Will be going direct after several months of retrograde motion. So now it'll be pure energy of Mars in the seventh house. But the thing is, seventh house Mars can give you aggression and anger in your relationship. You have to be careful about that. But it will give you, so if you're looking for a long-term relationship, this will actually give you much more, many more opportunities in that area. Then Ketu continues to be in your 10th house. That means there may be restriction in your career, but if you use intuition, then it will flourish. If you are into any spiritual kind of profession, this that will flourish. Do a lot of deep meditation, and do not make any immediate, harsh or hasty decisions in your profession. Always use your intuition. Uh, and then it also depends what planets you have sitting in your natal chart. So if Ketu is on top of Sun, that's a different energy. So we have to analyze that closely. But overall, this is generic prediction. So that's for the sign of Sagittarius, Sagittarius rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you want to learn astrology, we have beginners, advanced, and Muhurta and Panchanga, all those courses coming up in the live courses on Zoom in the month of February. And also, if you want a deep dive, you can book a consultation on my website as well, VedicAstrology.com. Thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for watching. Next is Capricorn rising, Capricorn Lagna, Capricorn ascendant. First of all, these are all the transit shifts happening this month, except, of course, for the moon, which you have to see the daily transits in each nakshatra. For that, you can become a subscriber. So first of all, Sun will be entering the sign of Aquarius as of February 12th. Mercury will join Sun. In fact, Mercury will be ahead of that as of February 10th. It'll go to the sign of Aquarius. It's going to be very fast. Only 17 days in Aquarius, and then it'll move on to Pisces as of February 27th. Venus will continue to be exalted in the sign of Pisces all month. Mars will turn direct finally after several months of retrograde motion. Mars will be direct in the sign of Gemini as of February 23rd. Jupiter will turn direct in the sign of Taurus as of February 4th. Jupiter has also been retrograde for several months. And then Saturn continues to be in the Mula Trikona sign of Aquarius. And very powerful. We'll discuss what all that means. And Rahu Ketu continue to be in the sign of Pisces and Virgo in your third house and ninth house, respectively. So let's see what all that means. So first of all, Sun and Mercury continue to be in your Lagna, in your first house, for the first 10, 12 days. After February 12th, both of those will be in your second house. But the first house, Sun and Mercury, means you will act as a leader. This is a powerful time to rise and shine, for more better communication. Be a leader, be a king, and also for soul searching, like who you are, your self development, self improvement, self realization, personality development, better health. Really powerful period for health. Also, do a lot of health initiatives. Improve your health, and overall, so that's Sun and Mercury in the first house for the first 10, 12 days. After February 12th, both of those will be in the sign of Aquarius. This will boost your second house. Already a very strong Saturn is in the Mula Trikona sign in Aquarius, is sitting there for last more than 2 years. But now Sun and Mercury will completely activate that. That means, first of all, good for your accumulated resources, good for finances. You'll have more projects or more money coming in. Secondly, good for speech. Become a speaker, be a leader. Use your voice, your speech. You'll come across as a leader. You'll also be very, very good at communication with people, and sense of humor will display all of that. So engage or undertake any speaking engagements. Could be for work or for personal life also, webinars, YouTube, or in general, sharing your wisdom through your speech. That will be very, very powerful here, in any kind of a setting. Uh, you know, People ask, oh, if I'm a housewife, what do I do? So, of course, I mean, speech is speech. Everybody speaks, no matter where you are. So your speech will be very, very powerful. Vak Shakti. Then we have, as of February 27th, Mercury will actually go over to your third house, join Venus and Rahu. It'll be a debilitated Mercury, but it'll join an exalted Venus. That means the debilitation gets cancelled. But even before that, the whole month of February, Venus continues to be exalted in the sign of Pisces with Rahu. Rahu exaggerates or makes the planet sitting with 100 times more powerful. So your third house is completely activated, as powerful as it can get. First of all, Rahu in the third house gives you courage to deal with the day-to-day challenges. Rahu loves being in the third house. Venus in the third house will give you all the creativity and learning new skills. That's Venus in the third house, and absolutely fantastic for communication, for writing, for publishing, for journalism, marketing, sales, and networking. So go out and meet people, especially like that may seem foreign for you, like unconventional ways or innovative ways of organizing your webinars or meeting people within the city. Like short distance travels will be very, very fruitful. And all your connection with your younger siblings may also improve. You can do some joint financial projects with your younger siblings or with your close friends or even with your neighbors. That's all the third house energy being activated by exalted Venus along with Rahu. Then we have Jupiter. That's going to go direct after several months of retrograde motion in your fifth house. Absolutely fantastic period for your children. Great opportunities for romantic relationships, more spiritual foundation in your romantic relationships, and also for your children. Introduce your children to more spirituality. If you're trying to have a child, this transit will give you opportunities. Good for childbirth. There are more conducive energies. At the same time, this will completely activate your creative juices. Creativity will be fantastic. Jupiter is expansion, it's the ether element, it holds all the other four elements. And so, fifth house will be absolutely uh, activated also because there's a lot more going on. I'll have a separate video for that. There's going to be an exchange between the Jupiter and Venus. So your fifth house may get Venus here as well. Venus, again, planet of creative things, art and dance and music and gourmet food, all of that. So cooking and any artistic skills. And see, the third and fifth house exchange is absolutely creative, fantastic for learning new skills, being creative projects, anything you can think of. Sky is the limit. I cannot overemphasize. Good for speculative investments also. But again, this is not a financial advice. You have to, this is just the energies we're talking about, more conducive energies. Mars is going to be direct in your sixth house finally. That will give you more courage to fight with the enemies, any legal issues, legal battles, sitting in the competitive exams, paying back loans. That will be as of February 23rd. Before that, it still is retrograde, so there is some harsh energy. But after February 23rd, fantastic for taking care of your health, better health routine, volunteer work, especially like physically helping other people. And you'll have more energy and energy and action in your work, also in your job. So you'll not feel as tired or issues in your job after February 23rd. Uh, and then we have Ketu continues to be in your ninth house. That means deep, deep, deep spirituality. You may have visitation from like gurus from the past life, real, traditional, authentic gurus from this life or past life. You may also have connection with deeply spiritual people. And one of the key best remedies is go and spend time and sit in a temple or a church for a few minutes every day. And also spiritual travel, pilgrimage, higher studies, using your intuition in your studies, in your wisdom, and sharing your skills with the world. All of that is Ketu in the ninth house. So absolutely fantastic placements, lots of positive developments, especially after several months of, retrograde planets and all of that. So this is going to bring stabilizing energies. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want to learn astrology, you can join our courses, beginners, advanced, Panchang, Muhurta courses on my website, VedicAstrology.com. And if you want a deep dive, so where based on your chart, you superimpose the transit chart on top of your natal chart, that gives you the real picture, what's going on exactly, house by house, sign by sign, and planet by planet. You can book that on our website, VedicAstrology.com as well. And thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. So that's for the Capricorn rising. Next, we have Aquarius rising, Aquarius Lagna, Aquarius ascendant. So these are the transits happening, major transits, major shifts happening. This is extraordinarily, a lot of additional things happening, more than usual. So first of all, Sun will be entering the sign of Aquarius as of February 12th. A quick summary, a quick recap. Mercury will be entering Aquarius as of February 10th, and it'll only stay in Aquarius for 17 days, and it'll go over to the sign of Pisces as of February 27th. That's the debilitation sign of Mercury. Venus continues to be exalted in the sign of Pisces all month. That'll be in your second house. Mars will be turning direct in your fifth house after several months of retrograde motion and frustration and anger and aggression. Now it'll be pure, blessings of Mangal, Kartikeya, as of February 23rd. Jupiter at the same time will also go direct as of February 4th. Several months of retrograde Jupiter means you were having results as of your third house, where it's not a great position for Jupiter. Because the third house is not conducive with the energies of Jupiter. But now, as of February 4th, absolutely fantastic for your fourth house, and Jupiter will give you pure results of the fourth house. We'll discuss what that means. Saturn continues to be in your Mula Trikona sign in your first house. It will get a boost from Sun and Mercury. We'll discuss. And finally, Rahu Ketu continue to be in your second house and your eighth house in the signs of Pisces and Virgo. So first of all, Sun and Mercury continue to be in your 12th house for the first 10, 12 days. Okay, that means better connection with the foreigners, foreign projects, foreign people, awakening your Kundalini, awakening your hidden energies, your subconscious mind, connection with the ancestors, astral travel, past life regression, yoga nidra. Focus on those areas. This will also illuminate some hidden secrets for you. Sun, wherever Sun goes, it illuminates that area of life. So focus on, what are these hidden secrets? Like secrets of the universe and messages from the other planes of existence. You can also, maybe go on a retreat or some kind of meditation, deep meditation. As of February 10th, 12th, they both will be on top of your Lagna. That will activate your Saturn further. Saturn is in Mula Trikona sign of Aquarius. That means it's very, very strong here. It rules the sign of Aquarius. And now Sun and Mercury will further activate. That means self-development, personality development, self-awakening, being more positive and taking better care of your health. It'll improve your immunity, your communication skills. You'll be a leader. You'll shine as a leader. And Saturn there has been making you work very hard for the last more than 2 years, because Saturn, is the planet of hard work. In the Lagna means first house, it affects the whole chart, whole life. So, but now with the sun's transit there, it'll give you more name and fame and recognition for all your efforts. So this transit will be very positive going over your first house. And then we have, as of February 27th, Mercury will actually transition and go over to your second house. It'll join Venus and Rahu. It'll be debilitated Mercury. But it'll be joining the exalted Venus. That means debilitation will get cancelled. So, but even before February 27th, throughout the month of February, Rahu and Venus there, Venus is exalted. So that means good for finances, good for financial income, your accumulated resources basically, and also very good for speech. Go on YouTube and do some kind of speaking engagements, or even within your family, in your close relatives, whatever, in your everyday life, use your speech. It is absolutely activated. It's also good for like cooking and gourmet food and things, focusing on your diet, but could be in unconventional ways. That's Rahu sitting here. But if you're in the finance industry, anything to do with finances, that will improve a lot, continue to improve. Now, at the same time, Jupiter, and of course, you have to see the natal chart. Is there a promise in the natal chart first? Only then the transits will fructify that or activate that. So then we have Jupiter will be going direct after several months of retrograde motion. That means now this is going to be much better, several months starting February 4th, for real estate, for making, even maybe going into a bigger home renovation, better energy in your home, doing meditation in your home, converting your home into an ashram or a retreat center, or at least inviting people for short meditation sessions in your home, better connection with your mother, finding inner happiness and inner peace and long-lasting peace, and real estate, much better opportunities for vehicles, all of those areas will improve. And then we have Mars will also go direct finally. After several months of retrograde motion, Mars will be direct as of February 23rd. That means this will give more energy to your children. This will also give you more creativity. You'll actually manifest things, like actually working, physically doing things, making things happen. There may be also some kind of anger, aggression may be there for with your children, or in their life, or with your romantic partner. So be careful about that. But in general, it won't be like this this passive aggressive aggression that with the retrograde Mars. So after February 23rd, it should be more, if you use all that aggression and anger, and not anger, that energy in the positive direction, making things happen, then that anger, frustration will not come through. So use the positive energy of Mars in the fifth house. Then we have Ketu continues to be in your eighth house. That means deep spirituality, awakening, spiritual awakening, Kundalini Jagran, going very deep into esoteric subjects, enrolling in some courses, especially with Sun and Mercury also supporting there from the 12th house, but also deep spiritual transformation. So that's all happening for the sign of Aquarius. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and also join our courses. Live courses beginning in February, beginners, advanced, and Panchanga and Muhurta, all those courses, check out on VedicAstrology.com. And if you want to book a consultation, go deep dive in your natal chart, you can book that on the website as well, VedicAstrology.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your time and your feedback and your comments. Then we have the sign of Pisces, Pisces Lagna, Pisces rising, Pisces ascendant. These are the shifts happening this month. That's for everybody, but taking place in different houses based on your rising sign. Sun will be going into the sign of Aquarius as of February 12th. Mercury will enter Aquarius as of February 10th, and it'll stay there for only 17 days, and it'll move on to the sign of Pisces as of February 27th. It'll be debilitated there. We'll discuss what all that means. Venus continues to be exalted in the sign of Pisces throughout the month of February also. Mars will finally go direct from retrograde motion. Past several months, it's been retrograde. Now, as of February 23rd, it'll go direct. We'll see what that means. Jupiter will also be going direct as of February 4th. Jupiter has also been retrograde for past several months. Saturn continues to be in the sign of Aquarius. That's the Mula Trikona sign, very strong. Saturn owns Aquarius. Rahu and Ketu continue to be in Pisces and Virgo in your first house and seventh house, respectively. So let's see what all that means. First of all, Sun and Mercury continue to be in your 11th house, at least for the first 10, 12 days. That means absolutely fantastic for friendships, for reaching out to people, social media, communication, marketing, sales, all of that. Your Kama Trikona is completely activated. And also fulfillment of desires, and developing these partnerships that are very intellectual, and also with the higher ups and with the people who are very, very successful in the society. So all those blessings, but also good for financial income. At least the first half of February, you can say the financial income will improve. And then as of February 10th, 12th, both of them will go over to your 12th house. So the 12th house will be activated further, and Saturn has been there for more than 2 years in the sign of Aquarius, on and off. And that means more opportunities from abroad, connection with foreign people, foreign culture. Also good time for going on a retreat, because Sun will activate that 12th house. Wherever Sun goes, that house gets a lot of power, a lot of energy. 12th house represents secluded places and ashrams and retreats. So that'll be fantastic. Also giving donations to foreign countries, that's a good remedy as well. But this will give you access to all the like subconscious mind. Doing lots of meditation, astral travel, deep energy work, that's also going to be fantastic throughout this transit. As of February 27th, Mercury will go over to your Lagna. Of course, Mercury will be debilitated there, but it will join exalted Venus. That means the debilitation of Mercury gets cancelled. So all of this first house gets further boost. But throughout the month of February, even before February 27th, Venus continues to be exalted there with Rahu. Absolutely fantastic placement combination. This is sort of like phoenix rising. I mean, a new person rising. So self-awareness, self-discovery, and figuring out who you are, personality development. And now you'll, with Rahu there, you'll also have this sort of tendency to think outside the box, unconventional thinking and innovative ideas. You'll be very, very creative and innovative in achieving things. Also better taking care of your health. So your Lagna, your first house, is completely activated. It'll further get activated with Mercury's transit in Pisces. The other thing that's happening is Venus is also getting a Parivartan Yoga exchange with Jupiter. So the Lagna Lord will come on top of his first house as of February 4th. That Parivartan Yoga will be activated. So further enhancement, more wisdom and expansion for your Lagna, for the whole chart. Absolutely fantastic transit for you in the month of February. Now, Jupiter, as I mentioned, it will be direct as of February 4th. So the third house will also get a boost, especially with the exchange of Venus also. Huge opportunity to learn some new skills. Absolutely fantastic for communication, marketing, sales, journaling, writing, publishing, journalism, as I said, and also networking, like organizing events within the city, short distance travels. And third house will give you better connection with your younger siblings, also with your close friends, with your neighbors, all those areas. So doing things together with your siblings will be an excellent idea. Uh, of course, depends on your natal chart also, but these are generic predictions. So, and then the third house is also, documentation and stuff. So you'll have, uh, more wisdom to go through any fine print and things like that. So the third house will be completely activated. Then we have Mars is finally going to be direct in the sign of Gemini in the fourth house. And so Mars has been retrograde for the past several months. So that's been frustration, anger, passive aggression. That's Mars retrograde. But now it's going to be direct. So that means you'll have better energy in your fourth house, in your home environment. That will improve. See, earlier it was more like aggression, frustration, but now, of course, it's still Mars. Mars is action and a lot of energy, but it will be in the positive direction. This will be much better for, real estate, because fourth house represents real estate as well. Of course, this is not a financial advice, but just talking about energies and strength in that area as of February 23rd. And then we have Ketu continues to be in your seventh house. That means your spiritual connections, your one-on-one partnerships, both personal and business partnerships, will have a huge spiritual inclination. Doing spiritual things with your partner is the best thing to do. This may also give you a break also if the relationship is not at all, towards spirituality, focused on spirituality. So, but it'll give you a lot of intuition in terms of developing very solid spiritual partnerships throughout this transit for the few more months of Ketu in your seventh house. So that's all happening for Pisces rising, Pisces Lagna. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want to learn astrology, we have lots of courses, beginners, advanced, Panchanga, Muhurtas, all those live courses beginning in February. And if you want a deep dive in your chart, you can book a consultation with us, VedicAstrology.com as well. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your time. Namaskar.